is Nagashra Dogipati, and today I'm here to present my usability study on Pet World mobile application. And the reason why I choose this application is because the pet culture is very famous in the United States, and people often use different applications for two different options what they want to choose, either buy or adopt. So to get those two options in one platform, I've designed this application. So Pet World has both adoption and purchase option in one platform. And also for this application, I've made some considerations for myself to design this application in a hybrid model, which satisfies different kinds of platforms like iOS, Android, and Microsoft, and also to be a good conceptual model so that it will be related to the user's perception and also behaviors like affordance, mapping, and feedback. So when users interact with the design, they need to get the feedback and they need to follow the design step by step, which need to have a proper integration and so on. So to define the characteristics of my target user, I've designed a persona. And my persona is Teju Daisy, is an IT employee, lives in New York City, and she's looking for a pet. And she also has some restrictions because of she lives in a rented apartment. And so her goal is to get a medium-sized dog at a reasonable price, and also consider an adoption in case of purchase doesn't work. So to define the areas need to be improved in the application, I've designed a journey map by creating a scenario that to search for a pet within a 25-mile radius, and user can have their own preferences while searching for a pet. And If you see this define explore are the step-by-step procedure to complete this application, and these are the emotional reactions by the user, whether they are happy or not, or it can be defined as those tasks, those steps are easy, and these steps are not easy to complete to achieve this goal. So based on this flow, and we can define the areas need to be improved in the application. That is, so these three are the areas we got from the journey map, and from the areas need to be improved. And based on that journey map flow, I've designed a user flow which helps me to create a low fidelity wireframes, which I'm going to show you in the next slides. So this is a user flow which a user needs to have a flow to complete a task, and this show defines that. And next, using the low fidelity wireframes, before getting into the final design, I have conducted usability testing on those wireframes, and through a video call with by recruiting three participants, and the user profile table will show you the details of the three participants, and the scenario is the same to search for a pet. And these are the low fidelity wireframes which I created: home, login screen, list of pets, and so on. You can pause the video if you want, and you can have a look to the wireframes. And after completing the scenario, the results I got is people are trying to complete the task, and the task completion rate is 100%. And the level of difficulty, none of them faced any difficulties, and user thinks that is this application is easy. And after the poster scenario, I asked users about how they feel about this concept, and they feel so excited about it. And there are some negative findings, and one is like they want many more options while creating an account. That is to create some preferences, and this indicates a low priority because creating an account preferences is not very much important when compared to other findings as of me. And the other one is they like the homepage, but they think it consists of too much information. So my recommendation is to only keep the required information instead of having other details. And also the other one is the filter options. The icon and the options are creating confusion for the users, and so uh, we made the decision to remove the different options and make a clear icon so that user will not get confused. And these are the positive findings I've got from the usability testing. And they like the skip feature, and they like the contact details where they can meet the owner, and they also like the meet request where they can select the preferred dates and they can book an appointment with the owner. Based on the results what I've got from the usability testing, I started designing the application. And so this is the interactive prototype what I designed for this application. and you can log in, and this is the application, and they are based on the request. People like to have look for both options, so I've included this one. And you can select as many pet as you want, and you can also select both the options, and like that. And you can like find a pet. And as you can see, I've removed the filters option and I only included this one. I'm going to show you that later. And this is a profile page, and you can uh, add to favorites also, which is visible, and the contact details are clear. You can ask about the information. You can text her to the owner, or you can create a meetup request, and these will be the selected dates, and you can confirm it by clicking on it. And then going to the filters page, these are the filters page with different options. And you can see, you can just drag it here and there to get the to set your mile radius, and click on apply filter. And these will be your favorites, and these are the messages which you send to the owner. So by this you can use this application. And yes, so this is a LinkedIn prototype, and these are the references what I used for this application. And thank you. I hope you like this video.